Hello, welcome back to Affirmations. I want you all to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post, okay? We're going to start off with our Palo Santo. Let's see if it's going to cooperate today. I don't know if y'all see these little gnats flying around. Again, for some of you all, I always talk about natural living and having the screen door open in the summer, but it's actually fall as we speak. Sometimes we still have some little bugs that want to hang around. Wishing everyone mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. Okay, so I'm hoping everyone is doing well. Let's see. For those of you that are new, we do tackle the topic of healing slave trauma. Okay, and we want. I got my fan here, guys. Right, I got my fan. So I have a fan in front of me. Again, a lot of you again who are new, those of you who are new, you're not aware. Actually, I do natural living where it's natural air. And so normally it stays pretty cool. But sometimes it gets a little humid. Shout out to my niece. I caught myself getting the hair kind of blown out and trimmed. But as you see, this humidity is not going to hold it up. So here we go. But again, welcome to my subscribers from day one, as well as any new subscribers that I have, as well as for those of you who are just swinging through. Okay. So again, we do deal with the topic of healing slave trauma, and um, we are going to be using the DBT deck for clients and therapists, 101 mindful practices to manage distress and regulate emotions and build better relationships. Okay, that information is in the description box. Okay, and let's see. So what we're going to do is we are going to just simply pull a card. Okay, and we're just going to speak from it and see kind of what does it have for us today. Okay, we got this one. Let's see what it's talking about. Okay, so this one is the word accepts, and they're looking at the P in accepts. Okay, uh, and the P stands for pushing away. Okay, it says pushing away means putting your problem on hold for a period of time. Say to yourself, this is a tomorrow problem, or imagine putting your problem into a box, locking it, and then putting it up on a shelf in a closet. Shut the door on your problem for now, right? Yeah, that glare or something else. I don't even think y'all can see that. Nah, can't see it. Yeah, I like that, right? So we are saying to ourselves, this is a tomorrow problem, right? And a lot of times I always connect this to slavery, right? So we are people that dealt with multiple traumas and issues and problems that were bigger than us that we had no control over. So we have to do a lot of that. This is a tomorrow or future problem, right? But for right now, this is kind of what I have. Or for right now, I'm going to choose to allow myself to have some peace, understanding that I can't do anything with this right now, right? We do have to give ourselves permission um, to kind of put our problems away, especially ones that we have no control over. And that is so hard. A lot of times, what we will do, we will sit and worry and think about it 24 hours a day, right? That's what we do. But what we want to do when that happens, and I've talked about this in an earlier video, a lot of times one of the things we want to be what you call mindful, right? And part of being mindful is trying to tap into our five senses. So sometimes when our mind is kind of racing and we're kind of looping, sometimes they talk about go out into nature and you ask yourself, what can I see? And you call out as many things that you're looking around that you can see. What can I hear? Call out how many things you can hear to kind of allow that brain to pause, right? What can I smell, right? Okay. And if you are somewhere where you're tasting, what can I taste, right? And even if that's some water. So this kind of brings you back to reality, kind of grounds you the here and now. Because a lot of times when we are worrying about the future, that's where anxiety kind of lies. And when we're thinking about the past, sometimes that's where the depression sets in. Okay. So we definitely want to, give ourselves permission to be able to as they say, pushing away or to lock away a problem that we have no control over, or even scheduling a time when we're going to go back and revisit that problem. And so when that brain then wants to think about that problem, we remind ourselves, no, I've already scheduled a time to sit down and think about that. I'm going to allow myself to, whatever that is, focus on the movie or focus on my family or rest or whatever that is. Okay. So it's an important skill that we have to look at. But again, our people had to become experts at this because, again, our hands were literally tied and there were many problems that were against us. And we understood that we had to put things away that we could not control and focus on what was in front of us, as well as giving ourselves permission to relax, right? And we were good at that. A lot of arts and creativity and all kind of inventions came from that, right? In that waiting period. Okay. So that's something to think about, right? And I know sometimes that can be hard to do, but we have to choose to not torture ourselves. Okay. And also, too, it becomes tricky sometimes. Now, if you're a person that you feel like you've caused the problem, then sometimes having to be true to yourself. Acknowledge that I'm responsible for what's happening, right? I did some things that created it. As they say, the truth will set you free. So sometimes just acknowledging the truth of a thing, right? That I handled that not in the best way. And these are the consequences, right? And so what I'm trying to do is accept what has happened, right? And allow myself to kind of take a break from that until I can get back to it to figure out how either I'm going to resolve it or how I'm going to move forward. And whatever I learned, right? Because sometimes what we do is we go then to other situations when we don't stop and we keep creating the same cycle. Okay, so we want to think about that, okay? All right. Let's see. Also, too, I want you all to think about scheduling your yearly mental health checkup, right? We have checkups for everything. I want you all to start considering your yearly mental health checkup, okay? As well as if you need to schedule a session with me, information is in the description box. Also know that sometimes people will reach out to you acting as me. No, it's not me, okay? I will never reach out to you. There's also information in the description box about how to find a therapist, as well as other information that you may find helpful, okay? Let's see. So we're going to end on our affirmation. Okay, let's see. What affirmation are we getting? Okay. And this one is one that we normally always use, but it is in the description box. This is for you that are new. 100 positive affirmation cards, thought-provoking questions. Okay. Well, this little glare ain't working today, is it? There it is, I guess. Yeah. Okay. It's still blurry, but it is in the description box. Okay. So let's see which affirmation card we're going to get. Okay. I'm hoping you all had a good week. Let's see, by the time you see this video, it's possible that it's starting to get a little cooler. It's the fall weather setting in. I don't know if you all have any plans for the fall. Yeah. Yeah. And so I have October coming up. I have my daughter's birthdays coming up and my mother and her share birthday. And for those of you that are new, many of my subscribers already are aware my mom passed away this year. So it's going to be bittersweet this year. Okay. And so put in the comments section if you all have anything planned for the fall. Do you all do anything special for the fall? Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to randomly pick, right? Because, some fell. Let's go with that. So it reads, I have full confidence in myself and my abilities. I can do all things that I commit myself to, right? I have full confidence in myself and my abilities, and I can do all things that I commit myself to. And we can even commit ourselves to, I don't know if you all can even see that, not torturing ourselves, right? As well as even if we've created a problem, resolving it. Or even if we hadn't created a problem, What can we learn from this in order for us to be able to, as it says, yeah, be able to commit to being able to correct things, right? Or move forward or learn from it, right? Yeah, so that's something to think about. Okay, and with that, I want to thank you all for joining me. Do like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to end with the saying that I always end with. Everyone has a right to heal from trauma, okay? Without interference, without judgment, and with privacy, even a race nation. And until next time.